What's up with it? You watching the Bay Bomber TV. And yeah, we about to check out this video from the YouTube channel Drillers 24/7. And the title is Big U Son Took It Out. 3 Hoovers shot back to back an hour later. Yeah, man, that's a bull with it, man. Look like LA to heat it back up, man. Could have sworn they were just talking about the crime rates and everything being down. Yeah, man, it looked like it heated up out there real quick, man, for real. A lot of people say it was some spikes in crime and stuff after Big U got locked up, man. So it seemed like they saying Big U was keeping peace on the streets. So yeah, man, it might be a bad thing that he locked up, man, for real. Yeah, man, as far as his son, though, man, I heard that they was warning him to stay away from that area or something too, man. Yeah, I don't know if this had something to do with the warning or he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time or whatever, you feel me? But yeah, man, I haven't checked out the video. Don't completely know what they talking about, but let's check it out and see what they talking about.
South Los Angeles, just past midnight. People are still out trick-or-treating and celebrating Halloween. But on 102nd Street and Vermont Avenue, all of that is about to shatter. At 12:40 a.m., gunfire rips through the night. 3 people are hit. No warning, no words exchanged. Just the echo of bullets fading into the distance. Moments later, a white Tesla speeds off into the darkness. And that's all anyone seems to know. But this wasn't random. Not here, not tonight. Because just an hour earlier, another shooting had already sent shockwaves through Los Angeles. It's Halloween night. A night meant for costumes, laughter, and mischief. But near Figueroa and 69th Street, the air turns heavy. 34-year-old Jabari Henley, better known as Baby Huey, walks up to a parked car outside a smoke shop. No one knows exactly what was said next or if anything was said at all. Then, a burst of gunfire. Henley collapses on the sidewalk, shot multiple times. By the time police arrive, he's gone.
New details on a shooting we first brought you yesterday morning. A man killed in South LA on Halloween night is the son of a former rap executive and alleged former gang leader.
34-year-old Jabari Henley is the son of Eugene Henley, better known as Big U. Eugene Henley once managed Nipsey Hussle and is alleged to be the former leader of the Rollin' 60s Crips gang. Police say Jabari was shot and killed near Figueroa and 69th Street after he walked up to a vehicle and someone inside opened fire before driving off. Police say his father's gang ties are a major part of the investigation.
Very well-known Crip got killed tonight. He has one son that plays for the Chargers and one son that does not. And I don't know which son it was that got killed. I think it's the son who doesn't play for the Chargers.
Nigga up right here.
Up on field.
Damn.
Buddy, son.
I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. They smoke shops stay open at late, like at 12 something, man. Ain't gonna lie, out here in the Bay, man, them smoke shops be closing damn near like at 8 o'clock or something, damn near for real. Yeah, man, it's crazy for him to be in the area he shouldn't have been in 12 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of crazy, man. But yeah, man, RIP, man.
Gone, wherever that is. Gone. Was getting back in this.
Jabari wasn't just anyone. He was the son of Eugene Henley, known on the streets as Big U, a name that still carries weight across Los Angeles. Big U, a former rap executive and alleged ex-leader of the Rollin' 60s neighborhood Crips, a man who once managed Nipsey Hussle, a man whose past and power still echo in the underworld. So when word spreads that Big U's son has been murdered, the entire city feels the tension shift. Less than 60 minutes after Baby Huey is gunned down, another shooting breaks out, this time in Westmont. 3 people hit, same night, same city, but this time on Hoover turf.
And several people hurt after a shooting in Westmont. Bullets went flying at around 12:45 this morning. 3 people taken to the hospital. And we're working to find out how they're doing this morning. The LA Sheriff's Department says a white Tesla was seen driving away from the scene. Stay with Today in LA Weekend as we learn more.
I ain't gonna lie, Tesla, man, that don't sound right. That don't sound like no skit car, you know what I'm saying, to go and do something in, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, for somebody to be doing these kind of activities in a Tesla, man, that is questionable. Definitely could have just been a car riding by or something. I don't really see nobody getting off in a Tesla unless it was like a necessary type thing. But yeah, who knows though, man?
Location, 102nd in Vermont, isn't just another intersection. It's deep inside 107 Hoover territory, home to one of Los Angeles' most notorious street gangs. Coincidence? Not likely. Investigators start connecting the dots, the timing, the location, the whispers on the street. Someone wanted payback, fast, and the 3 victims found bleeding on the pavement might not have been random targets. To understand the violence, you have to understand the 107 Hoovers, a gang born on Hoover Street back in the 1970s. What started
Dang.
as a local Crip set grew into a sprawling criminal network, stretching from Los Angeles to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and beyond.
Well, Tulsa police and the FBI just held that press conference about 20 to 25 minutes ago. They announced several indictments against 8 members of the Hoover Crips gang. They say they conspired with one another to commit robberies at banks, pharmacies, and federal credit unions here in the Tulsa area. These robberies took place in between the years 2009 and 2011, including the largest bank robbery in Tulsa history. In all or most of the cases, authorities say the 8 men brandished firearms, so they're also being charged for that. Now, if they are convicted, each defendant could spend up to 20 years in prison on each count. As far as the firearm charges, they're facing 7 years to 20 years in prison on each of those counts. Of course, we'll have much more on later editions of 2 News.
I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy, man. It's not like the first time I heard about like some old crimes getting brought up in like a RICO or something, man. The police be knowing stuff and don't do nothing about it, man, for real.
Built a reputation for ruthless efficiency, drug trafficking, robberies, homicides, a gang feared not just by rivals, but even within their own ranks.
11 alleged gang members are in federal custody in what law enforcement is calling a major takedown of a vicious sex trafficking ring.
Investigators say the suspects used social media and music videos to recruit young women and children, targeting runaways and kids in foster care. KTLA's Lindsay Pena live in Westwood with more on the story. Lindsay.
Yeah, Sharon, Micah, 5 of those defendants were already in court this afternoon, pleading not guilty to the charges against them. Earlier, when we spoke to the U.S. attorney here at the federal building in Westwood, he said when they served the arrest warrants this morning, they discovered 4 sex trafficking victims, one of them a minor.
I ain't gonna lie, them some disgusting charges, man, for real, man. Like, I respect the game, man, all kind of elements of the game, but I never respect nobody targeting minors and stuff like that, man. I think that's a bad look for they gang, man, and that's a violation, man, for real. Yeah, man, if dudes ain't cool with that kind of activity, man, I think some people need to get pit off or something, for real.
These are photos of some of the 11 alleged members or associates of the South Los Angeles-based Hoover Street gang who are now in federal custody on a long list of charges that include racketeering, sex trafficking, drug and firearms-related crimes, and money laundering. Sky 5 was overhead as arrests were being made at a motel early Wednesday morning.
They were branding these young women. They were raping them. They were abusing them. They were drugging them, just horrific acts.
U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley saying many times the gang recruited victims through social media.
This Hoover gang, they portray a lifestyle of wealth, of power, of violence, and they use that to actually lure women into that lifestyle. They think it's going to be glamorous.
A 31-count indictment details the years-long case against the defendants who allegedly operated in the Figueroa corridor, known as a human trafficking hotbed.
The lead defendant is a woman. She goes by Lady Duck, and she was out there recruiting these young women, children as young as 14 years old, into sex trafficking and really selling other humans. It's the worst kind of crime out there.
According to the indictment, at one point, a 14-year-old girl was trafficked for at least 3 days in a row at a South LA motel. The U.S. attorney says the case against the gang members is a strong one, with many criminal acts being documented on various social media accounts.
A lot of these girls came from the foster system. They're preying on people who are vulnerable, who don't have maybe families, or runaways. And so we try to get them services and try to help them.
The U.S. Attorney's Office says trial is scheduled for October 7th for some of these defendants. And while most of them are in custody, one is still outstanding, a man named Brian Israel. If all of these defendants are convicted on the charges against them, they face 15 years in prison, and some of them could be facing life sentences.
And one
I ain't gonna lie, man. With these kind of activities, man, I can see them losing a lot of respect from a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's definitely a bad look for their gang, man, for real.
of their oldest enemies, the Rolling 60 neighborhood Crips, the same set Big U once led. For decades, these two names have been etched into the city's violent history, 60s and Hoovers. Their feud has left a trail of bodies, from the alleys of South Central to the prisons of California. So when Big U's son was shot dead on Hoover soil, many believed the response wouldn't take days or weeks. It would come immediately. On the streets, messages aren't sent through words, they're sent through violence. The shooting on 102nd Street wasn't just retaliation, it was a statement, a declaration that no one touches a Henley without consequences. But the problem with revenge is that it never really ends. One act sparks another, each more violent than the last. And in neighborhoods like Westmont, revenge doesn't stay contained. Detectives say the victims from the Westmont shooting are believed to be 107 Hoovers. But beyond that, no arrests, no suspects, no justice, just silence. And the city holding its breath, waiting for what comes next. By sunrise, crime scene tape flutters in the cold morning breeze. Blood stains the concrete, a silent record of what happened hours earlier. Police have little to go on. A white Tesla, 3 victims, one connection no one wants to say out loud. Was it coincidence or was it revenge for baby Yui? In Los Angeles, truth doesn't come easy. Rumors spread faster than facts, and silence can be louder than gunfire. But one thing is certain, when a name like Big U is tied to tragedy, the streets remember, and the cycle begins again. Because in South Los Angeles, revenge isn't a story, it's a ritual. All right, y'all, there y'all have it, man.
Yeah, man, that's a fool with it, man. Rest in peace, man, for real. And I ain't gonna lie, just because it happened in that area, man, don't mean the Hoopers did it, really, man. Because I ain't gonna lie, sometimes dudes be playing chess, not checkers, man, for real, though. You catch a dude slipping in their op area or something, you take him out, they gonna think the ops did it, you know what I'm saying? So it definitely could be a situation like that. But I ain't gonna lie, with him being connected to Big U, being his son and everything, come down to the streets, that's a big score right there. That's a big name, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it ain't no telling if Big U pass got something to do with it, or the son pass or something, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it ain't no telling what happened, man, for real, though. And it's so shady in LA, it ain't no telling if the police was involved or something, man, to be honest, for real, though, man. You never know when it be a mystery, man, for real. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. You watching the Big Bomber TV. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Until next time. All right.